Looking around Greensboro, there's really no shortage of people doing good things. And at Greensboro Urban Ministry, there are a lot of people doing a lot of good things for a whole lot of people. Ellen has been volunteering at Urban Ministry now for 18 years.
Close to that, yeah.
What keeps you coming back?
When I started here, my last child started school, and the Lord told me to come and volunteer, and so I came.
What do you do when you're here?
We prepare the meal. Well, we don't prepare the meal. We do all the dessert cutting. We get the bread ready. When the door is open at 10:30, we serve. Wipe the tables, the people out there serve the drinks. They serve drinks there.
Joyce, how long have you been volunteering here at Urban Ministry?
I came to work in September of 98, so that's how many years.
Almost 18. Oh, 18. What makes you come? Why did you want to be here?
I wanted to help others, and it's been good for me. My husband passed away, so I just enjoy being here with others.
What brings you to Urban Ministries to volunteer?
I've known about the ministry for a number of years, and when I retired and moved to Greensboro, one of the things I determined to do was I was going to find a place to volunteer, and this was a natural, and I kind of fell into Monday lunch and with a fascinating mixture of people to volunteer with. So it's work and fun.
Reverend Mike Aiken has been with Greensboro Urban Ministry for 29 years. Give us a little history of Greensboro Urban Ministry.
Well, a lot of people thought I was here when it started, but actually Greensboro Urban Ministry started back in 1967 through the Greensboro District of the United Methodist Church at Grace United Methodist Church. And originally it was to serve the Methodist churches, particularly the downtown Methodist churches. And the original purpose was to coordinate emergency assistance. You know, we see thousands of people each year helping them with rent assistance, heating assistance, utility assistance. We help with emergency food. In fact, over the summertime, we've averaged helping between 80 and 100 families a day. We go through a whole lot of food, and so we're always asking for extra help. We almost run out of food, and then the community finds out we need more food, so more food's provided.
Serve meals, people stay here. Those are other ways you're helping.
Yeah, over the years, what happened when we started with emergency assistance, and with that program that identified other unmet needs. And of course, there was people who needed meals, so we developed the Potter's House Community Kitchen to serve a meal. We opened a family shelter for families, emergency shelter for families, the Weaver House Single Adult Shelter, emergency shelter for individuals. We developed a Partnership Village community where we have housing for formerly homeless individuals and families and case management support. And now recently we've been partnering with Partners Ending Homelessness and other agencies throughout Greensboro and Guilford County in our effort to end homelessness, and that is our goal for the near future. Greensboro has been rated, unfortunately, one of the top 10 growing areas of poverty in the entire nation. I know our Mayor Vaughn is now making it a priority.
The reason why we are here today is to discuss ways that Greensboro and other cities throughout North Carolina can make improvements in our poverty levels.
In your 29 years, how have you seen the face of homelessness change, the face of those who are hungry change?
Well, the biggest change has been the increasing number of hungry people who are children. You know, 26% of all children living here in Greensboro aren't exactly sure where their next meal is coming from. We're also seeing with a lot of the people that have been coming through our doors, particularly since the Great Recession of 2008, 2009, you know, a lot of folks who have had jobs, they've come to us for help for the very first time. And so it's not a reoccurring poverty, it's new people that have fallen into poverty. And that's kind of the bad news. But the good news is that most of the people that come to us, they only come to us once, and with a little bit of help from their friends and from us, they can usually get back stabilized and at least end up so that they don't become homeless. So that's really encouraging to me.
What kind of help do you need? How can people get involved and make a difference?
There's many different ways. Of course, we wouldn't be able to operate without volunteers. We have limited staff, but to operate these shelters, to serve all these meals, to do food drives, we have well over 2,000 volunteers every year.
How often do you come, Joyce?
I come on Mondays, every Monday.
Every Monday. Do you get a lot of smiles, a lot of people who recognize you?
Oh, yes. We're all one happy family. We've been together, most of us, for at least 10 years.
I think I'm doing what the Lord wants me to do, and I'm serving Him.
What makes it fun?
The co-workers, some of our more courteous guests, and just the experience of being here.
A lot of things people can do is not just give of their time and give of their monies, but pay attention to what's happening in the world. We're very blessed in this country that we have the power, the electorate. Ask politicians, what are you going to do to reduce or end hunger in our community? What are you going to do to end homelessness? What are you going to do to deal with poverty? One of the things that's encouraged me lately is that both, the city of Greensboro through the mayor is talking about poverty. The United Way of Greater Greensboro is making it a 10-year effort to try to reduce poverty here in the next 10 years. In the last few years, a lot of people really haven't talked about poverty and the poor. It seems like there's been a war on the poor rather than a war on poverty. But I feel like now we're turning the corner. People are talking about it. You may have different ideas of how to deal with it, but just to talk about it, I think it's a great development.
Thank you. As you heard Reverend Aiken say, there are so many ways you can get involved, from organizing a food drive to actually volunteering in Potter's House. And you can go to greensborourbanministry.org to find out more.